Hi, this is Stefan, and we're going to be talking about Crypto.com and whether you want to actually add this to your business. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So the first thing is you might want to start asking yourself a few questions here. Figure out whether you actually want to transact in crypto in your business because, there's a lot of implications when you decide to switch to a cryptocurrency as opposed to using regular normal fiat currency. So if you want to consider adding crypto to your business, ask yourself these questions. Should you accept crypto? Meaning, are there enough customers that are asking to transact in crypto? Does the percentage of your customers demanding crypto transaction justify the process of adding crypto payment processing to your website or business? Also, why are your patrons asking to use crypto? Because you may need to collect, or the payment processor may need to collect KYC information before or in some ways during the transaction. And if they're trying to be anonymous or whatever it might be, that might not work for them. But also you might want to consider taxes. What are the tax implications of you accepting crypto? And do you have a tax strategy that makes sense to counter any tax liabilities or what have you that your business has? Also, operations. Will you be using crypto in your day-to-day operations? For instance, would you be able to purchase supplies and other things that you might need to actually be able to deliver to your customers in crypto? And if not, then are you going to have to cash out some of the funds that you have in crypto, or are you going to keep a reserve of a certain amount to be able to actually provide or deliver for your customers? So this video is also going to have a bunch of screenshots. I'm going to add some screenshots of the some certain parts of my Crypto.com account in order to back up some of this stuff here. So for instance, Crypto.com requests to know whether you're using other payment providers. Not sure why, but they just want to know, I guess. They also require custom JavaScript to be added to your website. Not so sure that it's so different than most other payment processors, but it seems like you have to plug in the correct account information into the script in order to get it to process correctly. Also, there are limits to what kind of businesses you're allowed to run on the platform. For instance, you can't use an MLM or use it for MLM or direct buy or collective purchasing types of businesses. And they're going to want copies of documents for your entire business structure. They're going to want to know your company, if any other companies own it, any ownership, and anybody else that owns the company, the amount of shares in your company, the percentage of shares per owner or per person that's in your business. If your business is a subsidiary of another business, then they're going to want the entire ownership structure of that business as well. It is pretty freaking involved, especially when it's you just want to be able to do things like send invoices to customers. You can do online payments with not as much information, but when you want to do invoices, I guess it allows you to send recurrent invoices, and they basically want to have as much information as a partner in your business, apparently, and it's pretty involved. I think it's a bit too much in my opinion. But crypto in your business. Let's go over some pros and cons of adding crypto to your business. Firstly, a pro would be that it would add inclusion for the customers who want to transact in crypto. A con is that it may take more time and risk to actually implement that capability into your business. using a third party and all the KYC that's involved that we just went over. A pro is that volatility can actually lead to the transaction that you've made to become more valuable than if it were made in fiat. However, the con is the same volatility could actually turn your transaction and make it less valuable in that instance. A pro would be that it could help you to automate the delivery of your products and services with the right workflow. But a con is that depending on the currency, your transaction could be tracked by the government. I don't know how much or how little you care about that. So that's something that you may want to consider with yourself and your partners. A pro is that transactions have virtually no wait time, whereas a con means that there's no floating funds. So there's no, you might, for instance, write a check with the expectation that by the time it hits your account, that funds will be there. With this, you got to have it before you start the transaction. However, virtually no wait time means, okay, if somebody wants to send you $1 or $1 million, it will likely take about the same amount of time, as opposed to, you know, if somebody gives you a check for $200, your bank might just clear it immediately. But if they send you a check for $200 million, then there's a wait time for that. If you're doing this in crypto, they're all going to be taken care of within a few minutes, maybe a few hours. A pro is that you'll have full control over your finances. But a con is that you're also in full control of the security around the finances, because if someone scrupulous character were to come across your private key, you can consider all your crypto goodbye. They will definitely ransack your accounts. A pro is that there won't be any chargebacks when using crypto, because both parties have to be involved in the transaction when it occurs. However, the con is that there's no chargebacks if you pay a supplier and don't receive the supply you need in order to deliver for your customers. So, just some things to consider, whether you want to get crypto in your business or not. That's really up to you. You might want to talk to an attorney, and you might want to talk to an accountant to consider the tax strategy that you might need to employ for adding crypto to your business. Now, if you need legal assistance, or if you need somebody to actually take a look at your accounts, take a look at your computer and make sure that your workflow is as efficient as it could be, and to make sure that you're or to give you some suggestions as to what security protocols you might want to add to your business, you might want to go over to Business Resource Assets. If you go to www.beresourceful.com, you can go over there and see what they can do for you, and how the payment plan could actually work for you. Also, I will be checking with you guys in another week. It's patch week coming up, so I'll be going over some breaches with you and reminding you to keep your systems up to date. And until then, be safe out there, and I'll see you next week.